Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Trucking with me, Roll Cage TV, where I continue to do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of missions, a whole lot of tasks. That's what they call them, tasks. Yeah. I am in the middle of taking this truck over. I've got my Zix 612H Mastodon in the back. I have my Jeep Wrangler, and we are making our way across this ice, and there's places where I'm sure it's going to be difficult to go, but the idea is to come over here, hit up this waypoint for the Royal Spelunker, get across here, hit up this waypoint for the Royal Spelunker, and I might have to like unpack the Jeep, let it run in there and come back on its own. I don't know. Then go across this rocky area, which I know I can do in the Zix 612H. It's a little difficult. I know I can make it through here, no problems. And then drop off this 612H over here at the trailer store so it can hitch up to these two prototype units and sell them. That's what I'm hoping to accomplish in the next segment here. Maybe I'll get it all done during this single YouTube episode. Maybe I won't. If I fall on the ice, there might be a delay. So, there you go. Let's see if I can do it. Which one am I turning from here? Turning left? I think I'm turning left after that. Tell me which way I'm going. I am turning. I've got me the Jeep Wrangler, the Zix. This way, find some trees I can run over. Much easier. I have some fuel on me, not a ton of fuel, but the Wrangler has fuel also. I can always steal its fuel if I need to. I don't know if I have to unpack the Wrangler to steal its fuel. I might have to. We'll see. But that is the quick summary of what we are trying to accomplish here. Knocking down tasks, selling trailers. If you notice, I scouted every pixel of this map. Those two prototype exploration units came in handy for that. Now we gotta sell them. Because this is 100% playthrough. And by 100%, I mean 100%. Sell all the trailers, scout all the map. Get all of my trucks stuck in the ice at least once. You know, 100%. Yeah, this vehicle does not go over rocks nearly as well as the Wrangler that I have underneath me. I had initially intended to take the Wrangler on its own across here, but there are some areas where the Wrangler's going to have issues, so as it turns out, with the trucks in the ice, I may have been better off just taking the Wrangler on its own. It was getting stuck in the snow a lot, which is why I decided to come over here and get it with this truck. But, yeah, with all the rocks and crossing the river, the Wrangler may have been better on its own. I don't know. We shall see. And now I think I'm going to... Where am I going? Now the so-called road goes up here. And that's kind of a sucker place. Let's not do that. That's a big icy slope with lots of rocks. And the Mastodon may be able to get over it, but... I don't have... that icy road is a good thing for my smaller light truck. The GMC Brigadier. In case you recognize all those names, these are all vehicles that are external. They're paid DLC vehicles, individual vehicles you buy, or packs of vehicles. Got the Zix Mastodon, or Zix 612H from the Mastodon pack. I've got the Rizvani Hercules from the Rizvani Hercules pack. I've got the I'm just trying to get across the river, so I don't really need that good point there. I just want to try to get... Oh, and this isn't turning. Oh, whatever. Getting across the ice, however I can get across there. So yes, the Mastodon pack, the Rizvani Hercules pack, the Jeep pack, which gives me the Wrangler, and the GMC pack, which gives me the Breeder. And that's part of what makes this easy mode. It is just a standard game, no new game plus or anything. And I'm using those vehicles, always paid DLC vehicles. New ones come out, that's fine, I'll use those, but these so-called OP vehicles, many of them are not really OP, but that's kind of the theme of this game. So people say, oh, I don't like the Rizvani Hercules, I hate that, I'd much rather use XYZ. Okay, that's fine, you can use XYZ if you want, but I'm not using it because XYZ is not available. Do I go to the left of the rock and around there? Crossing the river is a difficult spot here, I think. Ugh, stop that. I will see if I can get across the river this way. Somehow I gotta get over there. I don't know what the best way is going to be. It's quite possible that I'll be driving over ice or approaching ice that I do not want to cross. Crackly ice, like I think there's crackly ice there. If I start to hit crackly ice and there's nothing around to tow me, I'll have to find a different way. This vehicle is heavy, it's not going to easily get across the crackly ice. It is really good for mud. I think I can get onto that bar. Oh, crackly ice here. Oh, crackly ice here. I think I can power through this much of it. Just don't let up. Don't let up on the... I see a path. There we go. We made it. Piece of cake. This vehicle isn't bad on the crackly ice. It's incredibly heavy, so it is definitely going to sink. However, it's really good on it's got great mud tires and stuff, so even if it does sink, I've got a decent chance of just being able to power my way through it. This is an icy area, I think. It does not have chains. My Brigadier has half chains, so it's pretty good getting up icy areas. This is a map, this is a real challenge map where you have to either change your tires around or use different vehicles for different things, and certain paths you should only use a particular vehicle on, which is from inconvenient to impossible depending on if you need to go a certain path and it's got really heavy snow and has and ice in certain areas, certain ways, well, then you're kind of stuck. Here's one of them. Yay. Yay, one more to go. Yeah, I'm supposed to go straight down there, huh? Okay. YOLO! That wasn't as bad as it looked. Now which way? The right? Yeah, it's a difficult map, but so far the most difficult thing, there's a helicopter I had to get cargo away from, and I had to get to the other side of it in order to scout in one area. And I ended up using a big crane. Spoiler alert! I ended up using a big crane to like pick up vehicles and lift them around. Like used one of these Zics with the huge crane to reach over the helicopter and drag stuff around it. It was kind of fun. Okay, now this looks dangerous. How did I say I was getting over there? Through here somehow? Sure. Let's crack the ice there. Got a little rock I can drive over. Oh, I think I'm going over there, do I? This may not be the best way to get over there. YOLO! Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Just keep on moving. Yeah. No problems. Now around right here, correct? Yeah. Stay on this side of the stay on this shore, this side of the ice. Oh, this vehicle is so wonderful. I bought all the DLC because I got the game really cheap, and so I decided to buy all the DLC. But I don't necessarily recommend all the DLC, but I do highly recommend the Mastodon DLC. It is makes the game so much easier. Some people don't like it just because, well, to be honest, I think it's because they don't want to pay for it on one case. In another case, I think it's because they want to prove their manhood by using lesser vehicles. I am an old retired guy. I don't need to prove my manhood. But also, you know, if they want the challenge, I understand that. But some people call this vehicle a pay-to-win vehicle. It's like, well, if you're winning by using it, then explain to me who it is that's losing, because I didn't realize that there was a competition going here. Alright, I need to use a winch. I also need to refuel. Sure, let's steal out of the Wrangler. Steal it anywhere else. That is all the fuel I got. So I gotta get to the waypoint. I did say I was going to cheer, didn't I? No. Stop! Stop falling backwards. You're just gonna make life worse. Believe it or not, that tree over there is let's find out. Got to get me around this tree as well, which good enough. So yes, this is a pay-to-win vehicle because nobody's losing yet I'm winning. It's a win-win situation, and that's okay. So I do recommend this. If you buy the game and you find it frustrating, maybe you came from MudRunner, which MudRunner is frustrating enough, but this vehicles tip a lot in the early part of this game, and so until you get your skill up, this vehicle is a good vehicle to start with. So I do recommend it. It's a few dollars, but you know, if you get a deal on the game, it's worth spending the money. Alright, now, where's my next waypoint? Oh, I gotta sing first. Except I can never hear that music. Oh, I had no idea about some of those. I will go and see if there is some cool there? Something cool there. Okay, thanks to the... Ooh, that's a lot of buckaroonies. I love it. Let's stop the engine. No, that's not how you stop the engine. Let's stop the engine. Which way am I going? Am I going back the way I came? It looks like I'm trying to go back the way I came. All right. I'm going back the way I came so that I can go up this icy path. Maybe. See, it's either that or go through these trees. And I think going through the trees is going to be worse. So let's try to go back the way I came. Yeah, the worst only thing about this truck is you might get it caught, the axle caught on some of these trees. Between the front axles and the rear axles can be a bit dangerous. All right, winch. There's probably a better way of doing this, but if I think it's safe, I will do it this way. No! Again, wrong button. Oh! So you have to be careful not to get trees caught between your axles. That can be very bad. Between your two sets of axles. A lot of these trees that look like you can knock over, you can't really knock over. Don't get the tree caught. Like this one right behind me. Yeah, you can't knock that one over. Oh, apparently I can go right through it though. Well, that's convenient. Will I actually be able to go right through it? Apparently so. To a point. I was turned the wrong way. Yeah, now I can't go through it. Somehow I hit some weird... I gotta swing my back end around. What is over here I can use? That one I can use. There. When you're playing this on a control, well, obviously you can't just point to the one you want. It would be convenient if they let you do that. If when you said attach winch, you got a little cursor on your screen and you could just move it around with the controller. But no, you have to use the D-pad. But they could make it better using the D-pad. They could make the D-pad more convenient by a little bit farther. Okay. In a couple ways. One is they could allow you to just hold the D-pad down and let it rapidly switch between points. You can't do that. You have to like click, 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 click between all the different points using the D-pad, which is kind of annoying. But the other thing is you have to, it doesn't scroll around from one place to the next. So maybe I'd be better off going that way. So if you scroll off to the right of where you're going, it just locks there. All the things to the right. Now you can sort of still try to auto winch by getting the thing lined up right. I gotta go there, but I found in the past that trying to go straight over there from here can be a little tricky. You might be better off backing up. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to back up. Let's get a good angle to back up. Can I just swing myself around? I'll just swing myself around. Camera! Which way am I going? This way. No, that way. Oh no, that certainly did not help. Stop that. Let's winch somewhere else. Let's winch from the back to a different location. Over there somewhere. That tree will do it. See, even off screen. Trust the winch, trust the winch. The winch has you, the winch has you. Release the winch. And... oh, this is such a fun path to go down in this vehicle, but you know what? It can be done. There is another point up here, though, where you really want to use a safety winch. I haven't reached it yet. I have gone this way many times. It's very dangerous. I have gone this way many times. I haven't fallen off yet, but, you know, it's always a first time. Oh, no, 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 no. This is where the safety winch comes in handy, but I was going to try to be all, gonna try to be all cute and not use it. That is actually a tree you can pull, I believe. No, it's not that one. It's that one? Yes, that's a strong tree. Piece of cake! Who says you can't get over the rocks in this big vehicle? Who says that? Nobody says that. Oh, that was closer than I wanted it to be. I should have used the safety winch a lot sooner. But somehow I made it. You know, without drama, this is not entertaining to watch. Oh, down there. That's right. This is actually navigable. It doesn't look like it, but it is navigable. It's just mud. This vehicle can get across it. Mud and water. There's some crackliness, but it's really just mud. Okay, so I did that task. Now I just got to get this thing back over. And that is not cargo. I looked at that already. Alright! I think we're home free now. Just get this trailer, or just get this truck, the Scout. Get the Scout over to the trailer store. Unload it, unpack it, unload it. Let it sell those trailers. Meanwhile, I will, and then recover it, because I don't need up here for anything. Then I might recover this truck as well. I'll see what needs to be done next. If something needs to be done over here, then I will go ahead and do it. Some delivery task. Otherwise, I'll just recover it as well and start over. If I do need to deliver it over here, I'll buy a trailer to refuel it and all that stuff. Meanwhile, I will refuel. Oh, I do need to put something in the Wrangler. So. There. Now the Wrangler can pull these exploration units. Fill up my roof rack. Fill up 6. Rest. Okay, both of those are empty. Okay, and that was the whole purpose of filling them up while I was here, so I could get extra fuel in the Wrangler if I needed to. Unpack, activate the anchors, restore the crane, or activate the crane mode, why am I not getting crane mode? I stopped the engine, that's why. So you can activate the anchors without having the engine on now. That's interesting. Once again, get the crane where you want the target to be. Raise it up as much as you can. Then set the winch point. Set the winch point. Find the winch point, and then use the winch to get it out of there. And then use the winch to lower it. Maybe straighten it. Maybe straighten it, maybe not straighten it, who cares? It'll be fine. It'll land on its feet. Throw the crane, stop the engine, change trucks, over to here. Bring it over here. And attach one trailer and sell it, and attach the other trailer and sell it, and stop the engine, refuel, get my fuel back to the oh, am I not close enough? Stop the engine. Refuel. There we go. From the Wrangler to the Zix. From the roof rack to the Zix. Okay, so the Jeep is empty. And recover it because it doesn't cost me a dime. Now let's go back to the map and go back to not that Zix, this Zix. And now let's see what this Zix wants to do. I mean, I didn't really need to transfer all that fuel because I could have just transferred the Zix here. But let's see what task is next, shall we? Are there tasks over here? Overturn train carriage. What's this about? Scout is recommended, huh? Sure, Scout is recommended. The historians from the nearby camp have been asked me for some time to see what kind of railway carriages tipped over not far from here. I kind of forgot. Could you do that for me and then let me know? Oh, all I have to do is get to there and then get back. Okay, so it's just 1 point to get to and then get back. But it's nowhere near where I am. So I can use any vehicle to go there. Maybe the Scout vehicle. But more likely than not, I'll use the Jeep Wrangler or something. Or the either the Jeep Wrangler or the Rizvani. I'll use the Hercules, of course. I'll use Hercules. That's also back at the garage. Okay, what else? Anything that is over near. First of all, let's go to forecasting for you. Stop tracking. Wooden planks. That's close. Where it needs to be delivered to. Where do they need to be picked up? Over here. That's a possible. If I could pick them up closer, that would be even better. Let's go back across the river. He's going back across that ice bridge. Or just going down the river. What else is there? Pit stop. Scout fuel carrier. Oh, okay. This one should be pretty good. Go over there, get the Scout fuel carrier. Stick it in the back. Deliver it to there. And then while I'm there, I can pick up the... Yeah, I like that one. Let's track that. In fact, when I get the Scout fuel carrier, maybe I'll just go along with it rather than go through that icy spot. Drop it off there. And then I'll be close to this other thing to pick up the wood and go back. Okay, let's do that one next, shall we? I'll go ahead and do it with this truck since I got a truck here. And I can fit the Scout fuel carrier in the back of the truck. And some people say, a Scout fuel carrier in the back of using the crane? The Russian crane? No way, that's impossible. I'll show you impossible. I actually have a tutorial on my channel of the best way of doing this. So, all right, we can stop tracking. We can go back here. What is the best way of getting there? I will refuel everything from the trailer store, first of all. But let's find the best way of getting there. Through here, across here, that's not too bad. Through the rocks there. Or I could try to make my way through the trees here to get to that road. That's less out of the way, but I don't know what those trees are like. They look like they're navigable. Let's give it a try. It's either around here and through there, or around here and across there. Or through the woods. Let's try through the woods. And I believe this is actually more navigable than it looks. It looks very crackly, and it is. But I think you can get across like here, around here. We'll see, something like that. And then again, trees. Need to find a good way through the trees. Probably this way, and then here. We'll see if that works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Let's find something else. Great. There, pointed north. There's my path. Take your screenshots now. I will fill up with repairs and stuff first. Which direction am I going? Let's kind of get pointed that way. Yeah, I'm gonna go through those trees, huh? Oh, we'll see. They look like small trees on the map. I could have gone in the photo mode drone, but used the photo mode drone, but I didn't. I'm not. Photo mode drone is when you go into photo mode and then you can move the camera around a little bit. A lot of games give you that hack ability. It's not the engine. Buy a trailer. Can I get my favorite maintenance trailer? Will it fit? I can. Repair from the maintenance trailer. Everything. All right. Refuel now. I can't send the repair points from the maintenance trailer, unfortunately, to my repair, you know, my trunk repairs, whatever I used. I have to, no, why would I go to the maintenance trailer? Get rid of that. From the maintenance trailer. Okay, I am all fueled up. I can now sell the trailer. It's right at the top. Drop that and check the time. Is it after 21? It is. So let's go to the morning. And let's see if I can get through here. Probably not the smartest decision, but what the heck? Life is full of challenges, right? It would have been much faster to go around, but and some of these trees are deceptively strong and unbreakable, but thankfully none of those were so far. And the little bushes also can't be broken, those little spiny bushes. I can more usually drive over them, but they can't be broken. And like these two spiny trees, they also look like they're ready to fall over. They can't be broken either. I have to be careful I don't get them caught between my tire axles. But part one, no problem. Got it done. I am not very experienced. This is my first playthrough of any map except for Michigan. I played through Michigan before I started my Let's Play. And I played through like half of Alaska. And I make it sound like I'm an expert. I'm not an expert, which is why I'm not playing hard mode. But I have picked up some lessons here and there. And I gotta tell you something. This game is so has so much tricks and tips. Anybody who plays the game can give some tricks and tips because the game is very deep and full. Oh, that's not even ice there. yeah, the game is feature rich. I think I'm going back this way. Yeah. I just want to use the snow and everyone's going to have a different experience because of it, and so everyone has something to provide the community in terms of information. There's been a thing or two that I've mentioned that I've had veteran players say, "Oh, I didn't know that. That's a great tip." And of course, I get more information from them than they've ever gotten from me. But even a somewhat novice as I can give out information. Now, this is tricky through these trees because these spindly trees are actually unbreakable. See, this thing is unbreakable. I'm gonna find a way to go. I think back through there is the way to go. Don't get caught on the axle. See, I'm using the front tire to get myself spun around a little bit. But I gotta make sure I don't get caught between the axles. I just did. If you get caught between the two front axles, that's a lot easier to get out of than to get caught between the front and the rear axles. That is a lot harder. In this truck, that's a lot harder to get out of. My experience, those kind of things are with this truck. Now see, these are the little bushes that you can't get over, although I think I had a rock mostly obstructing my path there. I should turn up my stream monitor. Yeah, it was down low. Why was it down low? It should be on the first mark of it telling me that's too loud. You shouldn't have your headset on that loud. It's just little earbuds. And the earbuds are clogged up with ear stuff. Ah, there it is. And there's time to demonstrate. Okay, I'm going back the same way I came. Oh, I didn't even mark how I'm going back. Where am I taking it to? I'm taking it to pit stop. Why is it not highlighting the south camp? Fuel carrier is where I am. Over to the south camp. Where? Taking it to the south camp. Oh, so many things there. I might as well just drive along the river then. So let's go this way. I shouldn't be having the engine on while I'm doing this. The engine off. There are trees in the way. But I know that's the way I'm going, so I want to get an idea of which direction to pick this thing up. So I'm just going to mark a few of these, because I may not have time to take it the whole way, but I'll mark a few of these. Show the good folks how to I'll go through here a little bit. Go along the river. How to pick up a fuel carrier or any kind of carrier, really, with fuel carriers. Fuel carriers are heavy, can be heavy, and can be awkward. And some people struggle with how to get these into the bed of a Russian truck with the Russian crane. The Russian crane is very light. That's far enough for now. So I will demonstrate how to do that. And it's not too difficult. It's not as difficult as you would think. Well, I got around it this way, more or less. If I have to push a little bit, that's okay. I want to flip it over. Oh no! Sorry, I leaned back and I really tweaked my controller. I'll have to unplug that during the next break. Sorry about that, folks. Alright, here's how you do it. Activate the anchors. I should have actually pulled back a little bit, but I'll be fine. Do it this way. Activate the anchors. Lift it up. All the way. Get it near the back of the truck. Give it, try to get it more or less straight. It's going to sway a little bit to the side when it picks it up, but then it'll sway back. And just a little bit forward. Mostly pull it back. Mostly pull it back towards the back of the bed. That looks good. Now, grab it by the tongue. The A-frame hitch point there. Which already is. And now, main secret. Do not, under any circumstances, do anything with the crane. Just the winch. It's all with the winch. And again, this would have been slightly easier had I done this got this lined up better. Okay, now once it's all there, as you can see, I'm using truck view, which might be a little easier because the screen won't shake. Now rotate it around. Make sure it's clear of the bottom. Yes. Rotate it around until it is the back end is pointed towards you. Okay. Back end is pointed towards me. And I don't think I pulled it back quite far enough. But that's okay. I can adjust from there. Now, again, don't use the crane, use the winch. Lower it. Lower it. Lower the winch. Lower the winch. Lower the winch until it is lined up there. Now, since it's bracing itself, I can't actually pull the crane back a little bit more. What it should have done. Okay, so now I'm going to raise it again. And lower it again. Oh, nope, I didn't time that right. Come on, sway back towards me. Now lower it. Okay, there we go. Now, you got it back towards you, and it's on the ground, and it's pointed the right way. And it is, we can let out a little more. Make sure. Okay. Now, this is part of the trick. You need to push crane forward. Lower it. Look, a crane now I'm talking about. Lower the crane slightly. Push it forward. Push it forward. Push it forward. Push it forward. Lower it a little. Push it forward. Push it forward. Push it forward. Push it forward. Up. Make sure the thing is lowered. Push it forward. Push it forward. Okay. Now that I've got it forward, got the crane lowered a little bit. Now again, pull on the crane, pull on the winch, raise the winch up. Okay, it's got to be tipping forward. There we go. That's how you do it. Now, lower the winch a little bit because it won't get. You need some slack. So lower the winch a little bit. Lower the winch a little bit. All you have to do is make sure that front wheel doesn't catch. And now you can pull the crane back towards you. Keep lowering it. Again, it's kind of like you do both together. Lower, you pull it back towards you. Again, this is much easier if you get the crane initially right towards you. And I'm going to actually give myself more slack than I need here, because I don't quite have the crane in the right spot. And I'm pulling the crane back. I'm lowering the crane now. Now I'm pulling the winch. I gotta go for a little bit more. Yeah, I'm trying to straighten it out now. I did not quite get it straight. Okay, let's lower the winch, lower the winch, lower the winch, lower the winch. The whole idea is to get it straight on here now. Okay, I got it. Good enough. I kind of messed that up a little bit. I didn't start with it close enough to the back. You want to start like way back here, and I didn't do that. I was a little bit too far forward with the crane. But anyway, that's the basic idea. And restore the crane. Stop the engine. Tag it. And I got it in there. Now, again, the secret is don't use the crane to lift it or lower it. Use the winch. Grab it by the tongue. Line it up as far straight up as you can. Then use the winch to pick it up. Once it gets over the end of the bed, rotate it if you need to. And then lower the winch until you get enough slack. You can push it forward, and while pushing it forward, lower the winch, and then that will eventually get it to tip over towards the front. And then once you get it to tip over towards the front, you can actually let it go at any time and then re-grab it from the back or something if you have to, which would have been easier to re-grab it from the back to get it straightened out. But yeah, it's not that hard if you know the technique. But again, the main secret is don't try to lift it with the crane. Lift it always with the winch. Get it up nice and high, rotate it around. All right, and now let me look at the map. And I am going to finish mapping this out, and then it'll be a good time for me to end the episode. So. Are we going up there or no? We're actually going along the river. I think I can get through there, but I don't think there's any reason to do that. So let's from here get over. Once I get to this rough part, these are sheets of broken ice. They're weird to go over, but they're actually safe to go over. Where am I going again? South Camp. Pit stop. Yes, there. So I accidentally deleted that. So yes, I can drive along there. It should be a little bit faster on all the rough ice. And I can get over to this rough ice if I have to go around this way. I can go around that way. And I can pick up the road again, but that's really out of the way. So let's again go through the rough ice. The ice sheets. Probably snow there. Again, ice sheets here. Now the trick is crossing over there. This is not a good crossing point here, so we're gonna stay along here. Let's actually move this. No. Gotta get the right angle to delete one at a time. I think that's is it deleting or is it adding? I can't tell. That's deleting. Okay. No. There we go. You can use the same button to delete as you do to add, except it's it's unreliable, which is why it's not documented. You have to sometimes rotate the camera around to get it to do what it's supposed to do. And then back around to the crackly ice, or to the ice sheets. And in this vehicle, I probably don't need to do all this wiggling back and forth, because this vehicle is, again, pretty good in the crackly ice, even though it's very heavy. The biggest danger is the crackly ice across the pure river. And then from there, get across there. I should be able to go pretty much straight. All right, that is where I'm going. Let's face north. Let's highlight something else so I can hit back without going back to the truck. Take your screenshots here, and then go do something else for a few minutes if you're watching on Twitch. I'll be back in just a few minutes on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, the next episode will be the next weekday at noon U.S. Central Time, which is 1800 hours, 6 p.m. in the UK, and midnight in New Zealand. Your local times may vary. U.S. Central Time, if you're typing it by hand, type Iowa. I live in Minnesota, but I have nothing against Iowa. We live in the same time zone. We're tight. We're brothers. They provide all of our corn. It's good. They're a good place. So, Twitch, stick around. YouTube, next episode. Either way, thank you much for watching, and I will see you then.